I wasn't originally going to do one of these, like, commentary things about this one, but there's a few things I wanted to talk about, so let's get going. Starting off, we're
It's gotta be this chunk, right?
looking for buried treasures.
Or this one.
This is not the seed, by the way. I just, like, went a bit before.
Non-existent.
Here we go. I actually got this run on stream a few days ago, so that was pretty cool. So this is the seed. I get a spike, and I see that shipwreck, but I did try to like see if I could catch a spike over to the left, and I didn't think I got one.
I was getting another one. Another spike.
Oh no, I did, but it was like a spawner spike.
Let's check the map, whatever.
So as I just said in the VOD, I decided to go check the map of the shipwreck. This overworld, by the way, is horrendous. It's so slow. But as I see with the map, there just is a treasure over there, but I couldn't really get the spike because of a spawner that's presumably also in the area. I accidentally picked up the map there, which I didn't notice. But now I'm a minute in, and I'm now mining down to the treasure, which is incredibly slow.
Oh, great, and now I'm gonna drown because there's another layer.
I surfaced to drown. I didn't need to stay up there for that long, but a minute and 15 in, and I just got my items, so it's like really slow, and I consider just resetting, which I say in a moment.
Okay, this probably just isn't even worth playing because I took so long.
Yeah, but I decided to play it out. I only got 7 iron, which is like the bare minimum, unless you want to like woodlight or something or do bucketless. And I just craft my items. I'm still pretty shit at crafting, but I'm not terrible. I normally would have crafted gold armor here, but I decided not to in this case to like save pace without, so I didn't have to like mine stone.
So slow. This better not turn into anything.
Yeah, I say this better not turn into anything as it turns into something. Because I noticed this kelp like right by the shore, which ends up being a magma ravine, so that kind of like saves the pace a bit.
It's kind of turning into something.
I get my flint pretty quick. And so now I'm just off to go make a portal. I've been working on improving the speed of my 2x1 portals a bit. This one's kind of slow because I usually muscle memory hotkey to my axe,
Why is this?
but I had dirt. And yeah, this still ends up being a sub 3 somehow, even though I was so slow to get my items. Like, it probably would have been about a 2-minute enter if I just found the spike of the treasure immediately, I would guess. I don't know why I can't just get like a normal overworld for these PVs. Like, it's always just like some dumb shipwreck that I decide to play out because I'm bored, or like something like this where I go and check the map of a shipwreck and then get a treasure and it's slow. Like my first sub 20 was a village, which is interesting, and then my 1914 PB, which you guys never saw because I never uploaded it, was a shipwreck, I believe. And then this one is like a shipwreck, get the BT map. And also my failed 1530 was also just a shipwreck. Anyway, we come up on the bastion pretty quickly, sub 4. It's a housing, so I'm going to do top down because I'm already near the top. It's double triple, which gives a huge chance of getting 20 obsidian. So that's good. I mess up the drop down a little bit, take some damage, but it's chill. There's not much to say about this. It's just, I did get a piece of obsidian just there. Not much to say about this though. It's just to get this chest, and then it's just standard top down route. Seen it a million times. I should have broken the blocks in the top left to get more pigs, but I just didn't for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. I tend to lose a lot of time in Bastions, and I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's just like micro time losses that add up over time, but it's not good, and I need to sort it out. Like, I've already been in this Bastion for about a minute, and I'm just now starting my trades. Some of that was checking the top chests. But I make sure to, like, keep all the pigs always trading, get the gold blocks in like, segments. I place a door to climb up, and then I realize that's a bad idea because I need a block down to pick up my items.
Ow.
These guys get mad at me for a second, even though I didn't even pick up the gold. It was kind of strange.
I want all this shit in my inventory.
Anyway, I'm like super low on string. I could do with more pearls. I just got more pearls there, and then I have 20 obsidian already, so that's good. I don't need to check this chest because, like, there's a lot of obsidian in there. But I didn't even need to because I already had 20 obsidian. Like, the only thing you really would be checking that for is just see if there's some string. Alright, here I decided to find the fort, and the spawner is at like 26 chunks or something. Oh, even less. 23, but it didn't show up until I got to 32 for some reason. And so now I'm just checking the direction. I should be checking my trades right now, because then I can just immediately leave once I find the direction, but I don't.
Backwards.
And of course, classic, it's the last direction I check, which is out the back of the bastion.
No, it's just that way.
Did I already get all of my trades? Is that what happened here? I must have, but I only have 28 string. Huh. I must get string or wool later in the run somehow, because I do remember doing like a 5-bed 1 cycle.
Definitely just take off the terrain here.
And I'm out of the bastion in about 7 minutes, which is pretty good pace. I've had better. I've been in the fort at like 6.5 minutes once or twice, but that was like a bastion with treasure, which is like the fastest it can be, really.
What way do I want to go?
And then both of those died to some dumb shit.
Probably up, right? That just seems correct.
And then I've also had like a 7:34 enter in like a soul sand, and I lost a lot of time because I was not used to 5RD soul sand. Yeah, I almost died there. It was really good, but I managed to clutch and save it. Still don't know where the fort is. It's like 8:20 now, so we're losing a little bit of pace, but it's still pretty good.
These hogs.
And then I decided to kill this hoglin, and it's a little scuffed because of where I decided to stack up. But then, because the hog spent so long in the lava, it just like dies on its own, so it's chill. But now it's 9 minutes and we're still not in the forest, so we're kind of losing pace here. It's kind of slowing down.
Cool. I see it.
And then I finally see it over, like way over there. And I considered just running across this land, but then I decided it's probably just the better play to throw a pearl to get over there quicker. And so I'm on pretty low health going into the fort, but I have two pork chops, so it's chill. But I am in the bad side, so I do have to get over to the good side.
Why have I not gotten the fort achievement yet? There it is.
We're in the good side now, and I spot a spawner that way. I am on low RG, but it's not super helpful because of the biome. It's just another waste.
Craft an axe. Or like anything else.
And I've got, I think, 2 rods here. Yeah, 2 rods.
28 wool.
I've got a bunch of junk in my inventory too. That's good. That 3 rods, I believe. Yep. And I decided to use one of my absurd amount of obsidian, or 10 of them, to blind here, which is, you know, normal play. I don't know. I decided to do this controversial play. No, that's normal. I don't know why I'm talking like that. And I blind to measure my eyes, you know, typical standard stuff. I got red boated, so I had to do the boat. And my hand cam actually blocks my boat eye macro, which is something I've solved later, but it's -4. 98% chance that it's 1300 away. And I spot these sheep over here, and I notice I have 11 iron, so I just make some shears to go and shear some sheep for the wool.
I still need 2 more, bro.
Yeah, now at this point,
Are we for real?
I have 4 beds worth of wool, and so I look around for a few more sheep, don't see any, and I decide I have, I think, 1 respawn anchor worth of glowstone, so I can still get 5 explosives, which is like what I'm comfortable with for a 1 cycle.
4 beds is fine.
For a 0 cycle, I'm comfortable with like 7 explosives, but I don't get that, so.
4 rods.
So I'm just mining at the spawner. I can't blaze bed because I have like no explosives.
How many anchors? 1. That's 5 explosives. I need to craft like a better axe now, please.
I'm pretty sure I just end up cycling in those items back in my inventory later. Okay, this is a big misplay. I thought that one of those blazes dropped a rod, and it didn't. So I think I'm at 5 rods here, but I'm still at 4. And so now when these guys spawn in, and that guy drops, I think I'm at 6 rods, and so I leave on 5. Which is a huge misplay, and I don't understand why. This has happened to me before, like 4 times. I've been in the portal room at like 15 minutes, and I only have 10 eyes because I thought I had 6 rods and I had 5. This has killed runs before, and I don't understand why I'm so shit at it.
It's whatever. Hello, Vorb. How's it going?
And so now I just gotta dig through this wall to get to cords, because it's like really about it. I don't get sprint from the boat, which sucks, but it's chill.
Whatever. You when I fuck up the boat, sprint crawl. Negative 98 to 46. Okay. Someone nearly got world record. Now go who?
Guy in the chat mentions the Priffy 550 end enter failed to 1-8 with soul sand, no soul speed,
That makes sense, actually.
which had just happened at this point, and so I didn't know about it, obviously.
Ranked? Probably just taking a break. Personally, I'm rooting for either Skycrab or Xylinox, but I mean, whoever gets it, like, hell yeah, you know?
This is still true, by the way. Anyway, I get to some terrain here, which definitely speeds up the process of getting accords.
Probably just, like, down here somewhere.
I've had much faster second portals. Like, I've had now 3 different instances where I was in my second portal at about 12.5 minutes, and then it missed the stronghold.
Right here.
And then there was, you know, my 550 failed PB where I was in the end at 13:55. I was in stronghold at like 11 minutes there. Fortunately, this does hit the 98%, and so I start looking for preemptive. At this point, I was just sending like the biggest orange spike I saw.
Did he like die on 0 or miss it or something? I don't know the pronouns.
Since this run, I've actually been like revamping my preemptive to actually look for the specific spikes to tell where the portal room is. But at this point, I was just sending big orange spike.
Died. Okay. What 0 was it?
The portal room is not this way. And then talking more because I'm talking to chat now about like Priffy's thing.
Where the fuck? Maybe it is this way. 1-8 with soul sand, no soul speed. Ooh, that's rough actually. What the fuck? Where? I just think I went the wrong way is what happened here actually.
I do burn some time in the stronghold because I went the wrong way.
No soul speed, soul sand is just not it, really. My spike is that way. Maybe this like wraps back around. No, yeah, it must. Buried in low health. Yeah, no. I wouldn't even try personally, but also Priffin is like good at the game.
I find the portal room 16.5 minutes, which is okay. It's still like, if I get a good perch, this is still pace for beating 1914, which was my previous PB. Or even just like an okay perch, really.
Oh, apparently I left an eye short, which I didn't.
Here's where I realized that I was an eye short. And also, I would have only had 11 anyway, because I only have 1 pearl left here. And so it's a good thing that this is a 2-eye.
Unfortunately, first of all, this is like deep buried, and also I don't have explosives for 0 anyway.
This was like 060, so even if I had the explosive for 0, I probably would have missed it anyway.
This is, if I get a good perch, this is PB pace.
Although it was tall cage, so it's not the most difficult 0 even with buried.
Good
Misplaced an obsidian. And now I run to the wrong side of the island because the dragon was circling front node. So I was like, well, better run to the left for an insta-perch. But the dragon had already left its node and was circling this side of the island now. So that was just a straight misplay. And now we just wait. Honestly, not too long for a perch. It's a pretty quick perch, all things considered. Like, it should be coming into perch around maybe 10 seconds or so, like around here.
Surely it just perches here.
Yeah, this should be perch. Yeah, there's the snap. And of course, I actually hit the one cycle this time instead of fucking it up twice like I did in my attempt at a 1530.
Damn, okay. What was that, 1833? I mean, that's PB. So that's cool, I guess. I feel like I should have a better reaction, but like I threw a run the other day that was like 1530 potential, so I'm just kind of like don't care. Uh, 332245. Like, that's hype, I guess.
Yeah, so that's that. After this, I just played some ranked and hit peak elo, about 1150 elo, which is what I'm currently still sitting at. And I just played some disconnect. Surely I hit the sub 15 soon, right? Surely.